Just found a USB key in the lot, and yeah, probably not a good idea to plug this into the computer, but yeah, always interesting to find stuff like that, and it's one of the Lego branded ones. So just finished with the bulk of the one that I was going through, where we did the new method with the lint roller, and it does seem to be working well. There's very little hair left over after we did it, and so that was a massive time saver. And there's also a lot less fake Lego in that lot than I was expecting, so that is good as well. We got this container here of parts that we're just going to be going through and listing at a later date. So then I will get that weighed and add some of that to the listing of the bulk, because it's been out of stock for a while now. And then I will see if I can make some progress on the container filled with all the instruction manuals that we got in the other lot. So it is 27 pounds. I'll list 80% of that, because like the one free for every 5. And yeah, so that there is the Lego, mostly from the one that was just the one container. But then there's also a little bit from the one we got in the mail, and then just a little bit of the one that we got for like $3.50 just the other day. And yeah, so overall, not bad. So in the mail, I got some of the good gloves again, and yeah, so before we had these gloves here, but then we ran out, and then I went on to Amazon to buy more, and these were the cheapest ones there. And yeah, these things here, you can't take the gloves off. It physically, like, if you take them off, they just break and stuff. Like, I mean, I successfully took off one glove and stuff like that, but that might be because they're a little bit too small. And so on here, you've got your thing here. So measure inside of palm. It might be, I mean, it might be that you're supposed to put your fingers together. It still looks to be a little smaller than that, but these ones here are the ones that I used to have, and they worked perfectly. These ones here, though, it is expensive relative to these ones here. I think this one here, it might have been like $15 for the box, give or take, but this one here was $31, I think, for the box. There was a website that did have it a little bit cheaper, but I didn't. You would have to pay shipping on top of it. So all in all, it would have been like $2 or maybe $3 cheaper, and it probably wouldn't have arrived as fast as Amazon. And since I'm completely out of gloves, I did order from Amazon. But then, yeah, I will probably see if I can find it from a different site, because I think originally these things retailed, I found a thread or two about it for like $14, but not many stores carry them. So yeah, you have to pay a bit of a higher price on that. And yeah, then I got the lint roller, and yeah, so this is for the yellow trays and stuff like that. Because yeah, before we had this one here for the test, but these are the ones that you always have to peel off the things and stuff like that. But then this one here, if I understand correctly, I accidentally dropped it, so the lid was just pushed on too far, but normally it seals fine. There is that with this one, you just need to wash it off and it'll work again. And yeah, so that one there is one. It is the type that we can hold from the top, so we can better do that, because like showed in the previous vlog, these ones here are not really good for these trays because they'll hit the side, but then these ones here with the handle on the top, it will work a lot better. And then so we can also do that, and then we can wash it, which means we don't have to continuously buy more of those, which means we save a lot of money on buying these things. And then yeah, we can use that. And yeah, so the results of testing, just sifting all the stuff on the trays to get the stack to hold the hairs, seems to be working amazing. I think it maybe got rid of 90, maybe 95%, roughly, of the hairs from the lot. And yeah, so this should help with that quite a bit. And yeah, so good progress there. Then the bulk that we listed, all of it sold, 21 pounds. At $14 a pound in less than like 24 hours, I think. So it seems like people like the listing again. So when it was at a similar one, we had like 10 pounds that it took like a week and a half to sell. But then now, after a while, maybe now that the listing has gone back to like not as many people having seen the price adjustment and then the free shipping added, that it is now like separate. I don't know how else to explain it, but it seems like it's selling well again. And so that's with the free shipping. So yeah, before, like 2 weeks ago, it was like $11 a pound plus $5 flat rate shipping in Canada, flat rate $7.50 shipping in the States. And now it is $14 a pound, free shipping Canada, free shipping United States, and stuff like that. And yeah, it's sold out like really fast again, so that's good. And yeah, then we will see again if we can try to hit that $15 pound mark, which is what we are aiming for, and stuff like that. But then yeah, today I do have to try and film some more minifigure haul videos again, because yeah, like mentioned previously, I was going to try and record one every single day till we got through a whole bunch of it, so I have a backlog. But then immediately following the next day, I completely forgot to film any more of them, and then I moved a whole bunch of stuff on the table, and yeah, now we're almost out of them again, because I had 2 or 3 ready, so have to figure that stuff out, because this Saturday's one is good, but next Saturday's isn't. But since this is being posted significantly after recorded, that's like 3 weeks ago or something. So yeah, I'm going to try to get some of that stuff figured out, but then I'll first try and finish going through that box of the instruction manuals, see if we want to keep any to list, though that is very rare. But otherwise, just add dimensions and stuff for the ones that are missing it, and then see if I can just finish going through the stuff here. There's the containers there, those containers, this shelf thing here, and these containers here. And yeah, we'll see if we can do that. I'll see if I can find any more stuff. But yeah, I do need to get back to listing again. But yeah, lots of stuff to try and figure out, and I will get to work. Huge shout out to Jennifer for now working on the images for the Darth Maul heads. And yeah, so now we have some amazing high quality images, because yeah, this was a few vlogs back, I think. But basically, if I go back to the original thread, if you remember from the last vlog, or if you haven't seen it yet, there is this Darth Maul head here, which in the BrickLink catalog is currently from 1999 to 2015. However, there are at least 3 separate versions of this head. There's possibly a 4th. However, we don't quite have enough data to confirm that, so we may add another entry if we are able to find more stuff on it. But currently there is 3 different versions of it, and I will see if I can get back to the image here. So this is here where I show 4. So the 4th one right now, we're assuming it's not a version, it's just a dull printing pad or something. But yeah, there's basically 3 versions here. And then Jennifer offered to take some images and stuff like that. So now we have some amazing high quality images for the versions here. So we've got all 3 of them, and then the one here that shows with the white back print and with the yellow back print, and stuff like that. So that is some amazing high quality images there. And so then the admins should hopefully get to that within maybe a couple months, because they're really busy with the new sets. And then once that's done, then we can start to figure out which ones went with which sets. Putting the new gloves on again is really nice, because yeah, these things are like significantly higher quality than the other ones. Like you can actually feel like it's like a thick layer of plastic. The other ones, just putting them on, sometimes your fingernail will just like break the entire thing open. So definitely nice to be good. Definitely nice to be back to the good ones again. So I am keeping these ones for now. I feel bad throwing out some of the older instruction manuals, so even though I'm not going to be listing all of these individually, and I don't know where I'm carrying this, so I'll just set it down right here. I do just want to keep some of the older ones. Like for example, if it's a modern city set or something like that, there are hundreds if not thousands of them available that people can buy, and so I'm not worried about those. But for some of the older ones, like the Star Wars here and stuff like that, if it's in good condition, like if it's ripped and stuff, I'll still put it in the recycle. But if it's in good condition, even though it's only like $1, this one's a smaller one, so I probably would still list it. But something like the Power Miners here, this is only like a $2 instruction manual, so it would be really annoying to ship depending on what is in the order. Like if it's a big order and this could be placed at like the bottom of the box or something, that would be easy. But if they if it gets shipped like letter mail in Canada and then they order other bricks, then I wouldn't have like an envelope large enough for it and stuff like that. So in general, some of them like this here I'll probably just keep on the side, and maybe I'll just get like a stack of them, and then maybe I can sell those or something in like a lot on eBay. But then we can keep some of those from going to the recycling plant. But we were able to get some nice instruction manuals in the lot. For example, we have I think this is the Queen Anne's Revenge, and this here is like 40, maybe $50 or something. So that was a very nice one. And then we have the Star Wars gunship, and this one here is like 20-30 bucks. So there's that one. Here's another one of the older ones I wanted to keep. Then there's this random Spider-Man card, and I could only find one of these on the internet, so I just kind of left it here till I can figure out what to do with it. Then we have I want to hide that because there's still an address on the one thing there, but then have the instructions for this set. This one here is a bit ripped up and stuff like that, but it still is like a $20 instruction manual. Then just Bionicle, that's one of the older ones there, that's good to keep. Then we got a nice Adventurers, I think this is the Jungle line, and those ones there are always really interesting. So that there is, I don't think it's worth too much, but it's another one to just keep because it's cool. Then we've got a Lego Club magazine. I just like to keep these around, but they do often have the addresses on them, so I don't sell them or anything. But then it's just a good thing if someone's visiting that just want to look through something. Those are a great choice for that, so always good to just keep some of that stuff around. Then another Mars mission one, and then we have these here. This here's like a $20-$30 instruction manual for all three, so that there's another one to keep around there. Then we have the original Darth Vader thing. I can't remember what the name of it is called, and yeah, it's like a $7 to $10 instruction manual. So yeah, just some interesting ones here, and yeah, the rest of it is all being recycled. There was like the Indiana Jones plane set and stuff like that, but it was, the inside pages were ripped out in several things and stuff like that, so that was recycled. And then some of the stuff like Exo Force, I just kind of put in here. Also, this one's just really beat up and stuff like that. And yeah, this here's the Indiana Jones one I mentioned. It looks fine there, but you can see that it just falls apart and stuff like that, so it's not one that we want there. And then some of them are like incomplete, like this one here. There's only books 2 and 3 and stuff like that. So yeah, just lots of stuff there. And some of the Atlantis ones I also put in there because yeah, it's just Atlantis. There's a lot of that stuff around. So that is now sorted out. So then I will see which of the containers to start with for the parts. So I'm just trying the thing on the new tray, and it's working, but the thing is, it is like an extremely strong connection. Like, I'll try to see if I can show the sound. It is like very, very strong connection. I'm thinking it might be slightly less strong as time continues, and I definitely need to probably put the lid on each time, otherwise it seems to stick to stuff, but it doesn't leave a residue or anything like that. I'll just leave that for later. But yeah, it doesn't leave any residue on the tray or anything like that, but it is surprisingly a strong connection. And I'm not sure if I broke it or if that's how it showed up in the mail, but there's actually already a crack across the cover thing, so that's interesting. But the rest of it seems to be pretty solid. So just finished with some of the other stuff, and then next up is this stuff here. And so this here is where we have the motor or brain unit thing for the NXT thing. And then looking at this, I want to say that this here is from one of the gunships or something like that, because I know that this light bluish gray part here is decently valuable. And so since it's valuable, it's connected to a more unique printing one, and I know that there was a gunship in here. I'm thinking it might be that, but I'm not 100% certain. Always good to have a lid from plastic container in here, and some miscellaneous large tires. Some of these are worth a fair amount. And yeah, just some interesting stuff in here, and yeah, a little bit of Bionicle. Oh, nope, never mind, that's not Bionicle. I don't know why I thought it was. That is not Lego. I have no idea what that is. It is very interesting though. But yeah, so some of that stuff there, and yeah, we will work on this one next. So I looked it up, and this is something called a Neo Shifter, I think. I think it said it was from Mega Blocks, so that is an interesting thing there. It's not really worth anything. There's a lot of 4 that sold for like 30 something bucks a while back, but this year is just one, and it's probably incomplete and stuff like that, so probably not gonna really do anything with it, but I'll take a look. So then this windscreen here is this one here, which is, well, let's first see what it's from. So Rogue Shadow, so that's not going to be a gunship then. So that's that one there. And yeah, we just found him in a recent minifigure lot. It was separate from this one here. So I think that's Death Star Killer or something. So yeah, it'd be interesting if we find another one of him here. But then this here, 70 cents. Nothing too crazy. Since it's over 2 centimeters, then in Canada, we'll go for flat rate parcel shipping. So probably like couple bucks or so might work, might sell for, but then I'm pretty sure that this base here is worth a little bit more than that, so we will just quickly check that there, and then open that up. I always like to just reopen the camera right away because it takes a moment, and then it's just ready for next time. And so right here in light bluish gray, yeah, $6 to $20, and yeah, so it's from a couple of the older Star Wars sets. Hasn't been produced in a couple of years, and people just seem to like it. So yeah, it's a valuable part, and I missed the sets it's in. It is here somewhere. Oh yeah, right here, just a few sets. So from the droid fighter thing, the mobile center, and this here. So I guess it wasn't even in that set, which is interesting. But yeah, either way, a couple nice parts to start it off. Always finding some interesting stuff like this one here. Yeah, you can't separate this without pulling it this way, but there's only a little bit of room right there, and it's got full pins on the side. Always fun. Wonder if they bent the thing somehow to get it there. So we just finished washing all of the yellow trays again. So yeah, we are going to definitely try and like reserve one of the trays for the used parts, so that yeah, it just we don't ever have the trays that have like the hair and stuff like that get used on for new part outs and stuff like that, because yeah, then we can just keep that separate. So put one tray on the cart again, and then yeah, I will just probably, well, I'll leave it here for now, but then I'll see if I can figure out something on that to do that. But yeah, it's great. We have the sink here. Very glad we decided not to rip out this one here, because we still have a fully functional sink to operate everything there. But yeah, so we finished another container of the stuff, and yeah, then got another electrical component, and we'll put that in the box of the other electrical components. So this here is all of the electrical components we got out of just that box over here on the cart. So fair amount of stuff from that. And yeah, so the one box, we got a whole bunch of the train tracks, and so far we've got 3 boxes of specialty parts that we'll be working on. The bottom one is the one that is the minifigures and stuff like that were already separated into their own container. So there is that. And then, yeah, some parts to be sold by the pound, but we're going to wait till it's all finished from this lot. But yeah, good progress. Yogurt time. But then I just got this in the mail, which I can't remember if I said it in the previous log, I might have, but the inventory, assuming that it is as we suspect when I open this up, for the space minifigure from this series, is actually incorrect on BrickLink. So we are going to open this up and see if we can confirm it real quick. And then we will carefully dump it out, and then we can pick this up and the moment of truth as to whether it's just printed on one side and clear on the other or not. And yep, that seems to prove it. So basically, yeah, in short, this here is just printed on one side compared to the current inventory, which just states that it's metallic silver, metallic gold. However, metallic gold, the entire thing is covered in metallic gold. So it shows us that. However, for this set in particular, the thing is just a standard visor, and it's just printed on the one side. So yeah, we can get that figured out. So that'll be a new entry on BrickLink, and then update the inventory. I'm not sure if it will end up resulting in a new minifigure having to be created as an entry on BrickLink, because sometimes if an inventory has been incorrect for a period of time or something, they'll sometimes mark the old one as for deletion, because there's just otherwise every single one for sale is going to be incorrect because it's based off the old inventory, except for those who like had it in like new condition, in which case it would still be using the correct one even if they didn't know it or something. But yeah, we'll see on that. But yeah, it's good to confirm that. But I'll figure it out later, because I'll try and get all the orders pulled and then shipped out first. So today we are shipping out $1,147.87, and so that includes 5 orders. That one is on BrickL, 4 on BrickLink, some stuff on eBay, 4 things of the bulk, and the thing of the damaged minifigure parts. I listed this one 2 weeks ago. It sold for like $230, I think, and then the buyer just never paid and then requested to cancel, so I canceled it, relisted it, and then it sold the very next week for pretty much the exact same price. I think it was $230 as well. Yeah, interesting there. And yeah, so that is paid and being shipped out. And the one thing that I keep forgetting, even though I keep telling myself I should remember, is that in general, most people buy within 5-pound increments to get the free parts on the bulk. However, every now and then, like for example, this time here, I listed 21 pounds and then someone bought just 1 pound. However, very rarely would people normally just buy 1 pound. So in the future, I'll just list 20 pounds, and then if there's extras, I can use that to top up the extras container and stuff like that. So I will try to keep that in mind. Yeah, so we are shipping that stuff out today. So then next up, we are going to go through this container here, and yeah, we'll see what is in this one. That's one form of component there from, I think, the Mind Storms thing again. But yeah, some interesting stuff here, just sitting at the top and stuff like that. And then, yeah, if all goes well, we should be getting 120 pounds of Lego tomorrow. And it's only $600 plus the amount I pay to get it picked up. So that there is exciting. And just looking at this here is an amazing thing just sitting here. These things are, I think it's like $8 to $10 each, and there's 4 of them here, and we did find some in the other container. So yeah, very promising for this one. Just found another nice part here, and so this one here is the wedge, or like windscreen wedge thing, and it goes for 20 plus bucks, and I believe it's from the Imperial Shuttle. And so then we can check on that, and yeah, Imperial landing craft here. And yeah, so that is a nice one, and I think this is like the 3rd time I think I found this part, so definitely a nice one that I find every now and then. Yogurt time. Okay. Yogurt time. So I just got one more of my really old Lego orders in the mail, and this here is I think from October sometime of last year, and we're in February of this year. This is when yeah, Lego Pick-a-Brick definitely took a bit of time to arrive, yeah, so this year, I think it was, I'm not sure if this is exactly around the time when some parts were announced getting removed from Pick-a-Brick or not, but for whatever reason I placed an order for some parts that I might need, and just some interesting type parts. So we got like some Moro capes in here, the tattered ones. Then we've got some hair pieces of Han Solo, I think that is there, and then just some for the one Anakin or Luke. Then we've got some pith helmets in dark bluish gray. I used some of those on the one Indiana Jones guy. Then the dark purple hats here, which I used on the one Space Police guy. Then some hair pieces from some of the castle ones. I don't really know who those reddish brown hair pieces are from, but I must have just got them for some reason. And then a couple of these ones here, which I think are from the one, or at least several of the Parts of the Caribbean ones. I'm not entirely sure on that, but yeah, then there's that. Just we'll deal with that later. And then yeah, so that is done now, and yeah, so there's been no reason to believe it's going to not go through anything. So if all goes well, then that means we should be getting the bulk in tonight from the one thing still. And then I just heard back on another one that I've been in talks with for a while. The person had it listed initially for, I believe, $3,000. But then the listing was active for like a month or so. No one contacted them or anything like that, really. And then after about a month or so, they changed it to best offer. And then at that point, I messaged them and offered I think it was around 1,200 because I believe that their 3,000 was a little bit on the high end. Because it's for just 100 pounds of Lego or 110 pounds of Lego, but it includes vintage stuff. But it's not like it's just all like complete sets. It's got instruction manuals, but then a whole bunch of the bricks are mixed together. Some of the parts are undoubtedly missing and stuff like that. So normally at the high end, I like to be $10 a pound or under. So yeah, I offered 1,200 on that, which is a little over the $10 mark. I was expecting a counter offer and I was hoping to meet somewhere around the $1,500 mark. So then they kind of countered at about 2,500 and then told me that they were going to be relisting it on Facebook Marketplace and then seeing what happens. And so then when they countered at 2,500 and said that, I countered at about 1,800, which is a big increase, but I just wanted to, because it is still worth it at that, but that was kind of like, I didn't really want to go too much higher, but I just wanted my offer to be kind of like out there, just so that it was there so that they could use it and compare it to the other offers they get and stuff like that. So apparently within like the first 24 hours or so, they got about 70 offers on Facebook Marketplace, but most of those offers were only in the $300 to $800 range. Apparently there was a couple offers somewhat around my initial offer range of the $1,200 mark or so. But with my $1,800 offer, I did beat out the highest offers that they received from the other people. So I did win. It's probably by just a couple $100. If I had to guess, someone probably offered 1,500. So my offer of 1,800 did win that. So we are going to be hopefully getting that in. So it is 110 pounds, but that does include container weight of vintage Lego, and by the sounds of it, there's about 100 sets. They have instruction manuals for 50 to 70 of them or so, and then they have a list of about 50 of the sets. And yeah, I think I still have the Brick Store file up here. And yeah, so basically it is just a whole bunch of sets. There's a couple of the more common ones, and then if we scroll down, we can see some of the more special ones. So we got like multiple castles and stuff like that, and yeah, just lots of really interesting stuff here. A fair amount of Star Wars and the old Alien, then the Android base here, and then even a little bit of Pirates of the Caribbean, and then yeah, just is that, I'm not sure if no, I don't think that's the same visor windscreen as the other one. Some of the more classic castle stuff, and then there was even, if I can find it, I saw the one set, I think, unless I'm just missing it. Thought it was like the castle from the Ninja line. There's the one boat one from the Ninja line here, but then I think that there was also a castle one from it. Like, I don't know if castle is quite the right word. But yeah, I thought it was here somewhere. I might have not added it to the list here. But yeah, they've got some sets from the Ninja line, which is a pretty cool line, and the Dragon Fortress, which is also pretty cool, stuff like that. So yeah, overall, well, that's what it shows in Brick Store for the value of it if every single set was complete and stuff like that. But as it's a used collection with a whole bunch of stuff together, things are going to be missing. They said that their grandkids probably took some of the figures home over time and stuff like that. So yeah, we will see what it is. But if all goes well, we should be getting doing that this Saturday. It won't be in this vlog, it'll be in the next vlog, probably one of the first clips. But yeah, hopefully that goes well. And yeah, I am going to try and finish with a whole bunch of the stuff today from this lot, and then I can finally get back to listing, although I might have to get back to sorting again then, because yeah, we've been able to secure some lots these past few weeks, but normally you aren't able to secure like 2-3 lots a week, so then you have time for listing, but we have been able to. So then yeah, we are going to try and get some of that done, but then yeah, I do need to record stuff again and all that fun stuff. So yeah, lots to do, but I will get to work and hopefully we can make some progress. So yeah, we are looking at business insurance now, and the one thing that we do have to change is that we are no longer able to offer local pickup because when you get business insurance, because yeah, like we had home insurance, and then the insurance company used to insure the solar panels we have on our roof, but then they just dropped it, and then my dad asked about it, and then when he asked about it, they dropped our entire house insurance. So we're looking for new insurance, and so yeah, we're looking at the insurance things, and apparently offering local pickup, well, I'm assuming it's because of like the risk in theory, if like you don't salt your sidewalk and then someone slips or something, how that could severely increase the risk liability thing that they have and stuff like that. So yeah, we are no longer going to be offering local pickup. We only had like, if you average it out across the year, maybe we had one pickup per year, per month about. So it's not like it's too crazy of a thing. But yeah, it is interesting. Well, it's understandable to an extent because we are an online business. So the insurance is mostly for like if the house like just gets like damaged and the inventory ruined or something like that, rather than your normal brick and mortar store, which normally has people there and stuff like that. So yeah, just an interesting thing that for some reason never really crossed my mind when we were first looking at insurance. Just found a USB key in the lot, and yeah, probably not a good idea to plug this into the computer, but yeah, always interesting to find stuff like that, and it's one of the Lego branded ones. So now finished with the drawer thing there, and so now we are on to these 3 boxes here, and this here is the last of it from the $350 haul. And then yeah, after done with this here, then it'll probably be that the next haul is here for sorting and stuff like that. So I'm not getting too much listed right now, but I am still getting some listed because we can get a whole bunch of the bulk listed from all of this stuff. And the drawer just fell again. So yeah, we are still getting a little bit listed, but then yeah, we're continuing to build up for the backlog of all of these specialty parts to list. But yeah, I think it's I probably should spend a bit of time getting the specialty parts all listed now, because got a shelf, table, another table, floor, and all that fun stuff. So yeah, lots of stuff to work on, and I should yeah, I'll probably slow down again on the lots. But yeah, who knows? We'll see, and keep picking up ones that we can, I guess, to an extent, because yeah, it's not like we're tying up too much money, because a lot of the bulk bricks will then sell relatively fast compared to like normal stuff, and so yeah, it'll it's not like it's too big a problem for that. The main bottleneck then is just the time of that sorting, which we can't use to list. So it's a fun balancing game, but yeah, then I'll get to work. So then yeah, got the stuff in, and like expected, like we were saying earlier, is that yeah, this guy is fake here, and yeah, let's just take the head off, although you can probably already see with it just based off of that there, but yeah, it's definitely fake there. But despite that one being fake, most of it is real. There is a few fakes still mixed in, like we saw the weird helmets like this one here. There's a couple like that, and there's a couple of fake minifigures, but not all of them are fake. Like that, there is a real, I think it's Bark Trooper there and stuff like that. And then we had 2, where's the other one? It's not that one. I know that there's a second one somewhere. Well, that's another one of the fake helmets there. But there was a second Commander Green. Oh yeah, here. Well, it's his legs, I think. Here, but then there's, and he fell. And so yeah, there is two Commander Gree torsos, meaning that there was at least two of him in here, and they are both real Lego. So yeah, lots of interesting stuff in here. And then we did already find, that's just the Gungan legs there, I think. But then we found these legs here, which go to Quinlan Voss, and that minifigure is basically $100. And then that might actually be the torso for her. But then we got the very valuable dark brown Luminara Unduli, and that one goes for like $100+ as well. So that is two very nice minifigures so far there. And then we got I think that's Jango Fett torso, but it's got a bite mark there and stuff like that. So yeah, there's that. And then yeah, so there's a bit of the stuff bagged up here, and yeah, so despite a whole bunch of the minifigures being in the trays here, when we took a quick glance at the other two boxes that came with it, there is still lots of minifigure parts in them. So if we take that off, like we can just see like a Gungan head, well, Playmobil, but that's in all of them. Then I didn't even see this one earlier, but that is the headgear for the one Jedi, and that one there, depending on the color, there's Dark Azure, which is this one, and the Medium Azure. I believe that the Medium Azure one is the cheaper one, or Medium Blue. Maybe I can't remember, but I think that this Dark Azure one is the more valuable one. Then yeah, there's just a whole bunch of minifigure parts still in here. So that is very good for that there. So yeah, lots and lots of parts here. So that will be fun to go through. Yeah, so a whole bunch of stuff there, minifigure parts everywhere still. So that is real good there. So in theory, we should get a fair amount of minifigures and stuff like that. So yeah, the recap is we paid $600 for those two boxes, all of this stuff here, and also this box here, and all in all it should be roughly 120 pounds. The listing said 150 pounds. There's a hair there already floating around. The listing said like 150 pounds or something, but then when he weighed it, he said 120, but looking at it, it's quite possible it is 150. So that is a lot of good inventory, and yeah, we'll see how fast we go through it. So yeah, it was $600 for the lot. I paid $280 to get it picked up. The person who picked it up had to drive 200 kilometers round trip, so 100 kilometers each way, and it took them 4 hours. So yeah, definitely quite a trip, and there was some snow and stuff like that. So some of the roads were a little bit difficult to travel on, so they took a bit slower and stuff like that, and that is perfectly fine. The safety is much more important than even trying to get to a meeting or something at a specific time, because you do not want to be getting into a crash in the weather that it is now. So yeah, overall, very happy. So that means all in, we are $880, which is not bad for 120-ish pounds of Lego, including lots of Star Wars. So there's that there. And then, yeah, so there is also some fake bricks, but that is in every single lot, but it isn't too many. Probably less than 5%, so that's pretty normal in that. So in theory, just a quick estimate is if we grab the 120 pounds, I already forget, and then deduct a few pounds for the container weight, because oftentimes that's included, and then just deduct the minifigures and specialty parts that we're going to remove and stuff like that, then, and the fakes, then we should roughly be left with 100 pounds. It'll be a bit less than that most likely, but for simple math, let's say 100. Then we'll deduct 20% of that for the free Lego on the bulk listing, so that is 80 pounds, and then 80 pounds times $14 a pound that we sell it for, that would be 800 plus 3-ish hundred, so about 1,100 or so, excluding fees, but including free stuff. So very good on that. And so then in theory, by the time the bulk sells, then all of the minifigures and specialty parts will be paid for, and stuff like that. So very happy with this lot. The one other part in here that I am a bit disappointed is damaged is, if I can find it back, there is one of the hover tank. Nope, not that one. Not hover tank. It's a Star Wars from the Rogue one line, I believe. There. I think that's the head for the one that we just saw. But it is here somewhere. I found it several times now, so oh, here it is. It's this helmet here, but sadly, as you can see, yeah, it is definitely chewed up. I think that might be the most chewed up part I have ever found there. And it is real Lego. I did check. Because, yeah, I was hoping that that one there would be in good condition. I'd have to look closely as to whether or not the bite marks actually affected the size of it. Because if it doesn't, then it can be used to get dimensions for it on BrickLink. Because that is one of the few minifigures that is missing it on BrickLink still. So there's that one there. And then the other part of him is a white cloth. But that white cloth is very difficult to get. So, yeah, that is that. I haven't seen the other minifigure from that set in here either, that is also missing dimensions. So yeah, at this point, like, might just one of these days just buy the set or something like that in order to get to the minifigures, because on their own those two minifigures cost not exactly as much, but almost as much as the entire set. So we'll see on that one of these days. But then the one other good part is that there is the torso of can't remember his name, but that is a good torso there. So yeah, lots of very nice and interesting parts. But I am first going to be finishing up with these 3 containers from the other stuff. And then tomorrow, got to do bank to finally get that credit card situation figured out. Because, then that will be out of the way. Then business insurance is a work in progress. And like showed in the previous vlog, had to cut the local pickups as an option because of that. So we're making progress on that. And yeah, so overall, great progress on all this stuff. So it looks like we had 1 foot of snow. We should be getting another foot Saturday. So a little bit better winter this year than last year, but hopefully we get even more. Yogurt time. So I went to the bank for the business credit card, but it turns out that you can't get the business credit card until you have a personal credit card. However, I don't have a personal credit card. And so then the thing is, they said that you can't get a business credit card until you have a personal credit card because you need a credit score. However, if I open up my bank app, I still have a credit score. And so then that I have a credit score according to my bank, but when I go to my bank to try to get it, they say I don't have a credit score. So we weren't able to do that. So instead applied for a personal credit card. And so then in theory, the person said that it shouldn't get declined and it should probably go through just for like the most basic credit card out there basically. And yeah, so going to try to do that. However, I got home, I looked at my emails, and then I got 4 emails from the bank. The very first email says that I was declined for the credit card, but immediately after that, I got 3 emails confirming my application, and then those emails said they'll get back to me in 8 to 10 business days. So that just makes it a bit more confusing, but I'm thinking the declined one was an email in relation to when I tried applying for the business credit card, and then for some reason, maybe a system glitch or whatever, I got 3 emails confirming my application. For the other thing, I'm not sure on that, but yeah, we'll see on that. But then in theory, that should be in the works slowly. So then they said that if it gets approved, then after a couple months, we should be able to reapply, and then hopefully then we can get a business credit card. So there's that. I withdrawed a bit of the money for the local pickup on, not the local pickup, the Lego pickup on Saturday. So we have that. However, Saturday we should be getting another foot of snow, give or take. So it might be a little bit difficult, but it's nothing too crazy. Yeah, so today then I will try to finish with this. And then, yeah, I will probably then start listing again. And then stuff like that. So yeah, I got lots to do, so I'll get to work. So now finished with the 3 large boxes, and yeah, so the garbage can is full again, and that's all of the damaged and fake parts that were removed. And then, yeah, we got the box of the common parts that are going to be listed by the pound. So we'll get that weighed up. And just looking at it here, that is another fake brick there. Well, actually, two fake bricks, as I am not perfect and I do miss some every now and then still. So yeah, that stuff, for reasons like that, I still include a bit of extra in every order and stuff like that for that stuff. But yeah, we'll get that weighed up and listed, and we'll see how much it is. So it is 42.8 pounds. So we will go to the computer. So then do that. Then 42.8, multiply that by 80%, because it's buy five. Wait, no, buy five, get one free. So is it 20% or is it a different? So 6 pounds is five. And I feel like I need to double check my math real quick. So yeah, it is multiplied by 0.80. So yeah, like mentioned, what I will be doing now is only listing within 5 pound increments. So for this one here, then technically I could go up to 35 pounds, but I will just then list 30 pounds and the rest will just kind of stay there. So then we will go to the listing on eBay and let that page load. And then so go update the quantity and add 30 more pounds to it. And then so for this lot here, we can then, we will just multiply this here by the price, including that stuff, because it will get sold eventually. So then that is $479.36, including free, excluding fees, and shipping. And so for that stuff there, I believe that was the one that it was $350 all in, and it's what included this stuff, this stuff, this stuff, this, and then this box, this box, this box, this box, and this box here. So yeah, lots of good stuff from that, and definitely worth it. So then in theory, well, it was $350 paid, plus I think it was like usually it's roughly about $150 to get it picked up, so that would bring it to $500 total. So excluding selling fees and shipping costs, the bulk there should just about pay for it. And then I get lots and lots of really good inventory for, like, well, I mean, just let's say I pay $150 in selling fees and shipping costs. So then if you add that on, then that would bring it up to $650 for my expenses. So that means I'm only paying like about $170, I think, give or take, for yeah, a whole bunch of stuff, including like over a pound of minifigures, and then like 10-15 pounds of specialty parts, including many very good parts like this here. There's a fair amount of them throughout the containers, and yeah, lots of good parts. But yeah, then, oh yeah, and then there's also this one here, so I will just add that one to the pile there. So what I'll do now is what I said I was going to do a little while ago, but then just completely forgot, is try to clear up this table. Most of the stuff will just get moved elsewhere, but I do just want access to this table again, because it is the table I use the most, and just using it for storage is not really helping out too much. So I will see if I can get that sorted out, and then see if I can clear up a bit of stuff over in this area as well, because yeah, this here is where I need to have open space in order to record minifigure haul videos, because those are the very last one is going to be uploaded in just a little while, so there's stuff to work on for that. And then yeah, we've got this thing here, which I need to list all of this stuff on eBay. So yeah, lots to do, and yeah, I will get to work. So I cleared off a bit of the table. I do want to try and tackle some of that stuff there, and then see if I can get some of the stuff done for some of the stuff here. So yeah, then the table just now has the box on it, which is what we wanted, because that's the box that is for inventory being listed. Then I added a drawer again in the same spot that it was before for hands and arms, and that there is 4 ones that have been washed, like taken from lots that have been washed. It is separate from the one I have over here of the arms and hands from before the wash and stuff like that. So then tonight I am going to just try and get this stuff processed real quick. Then this stuff here, because yeah, this here is just there's actually another container of that somewhere over here. So I might work, and something fell, I think. Let's see here. Might have fallen into the Playmobil container. Let's take a look. Maybe nothing fell. Could have just been the card there, perhaps. Yeah, I don't think that there is any in there, so I'll just put that back there, unless it fell on the table, but I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, so these here are just parts that I don't want to wash, because it's like metallic or sparkle and chrome and stuff like that. And then I finally ordered the base part for the stickered part here, because in case you didn't notice, if you look at that, that looks quite similar to that. And yes, if you've been watching the vlog file, I usually just have some lo-fi on the one screen, and Lego did release a lo-fi sticker, so I wanted to add that one to the catalog because it's cool. But the base part for that is only found in this set, and this set is from Monkey Kids, and there isn't really much of Monkey Kids over here in North America. So there's a few stores in the States that had it, but most of the stores that have this in stock are in Europe and Asia and stuff like that. So I hadn't really bought it, the part, for a while, even though I needed it for that. So it kind of just sat around here for probably a year or more at this point, but that is finally ordered there, and yeah, it is being shipped from somewhere in Europe. It'll be here sometime eventually. So yeah, I will get through some of this stuff here, because yeah, I ordered these a while ago because Lego said they were being removed from Pick-a-Brick. I have no idea if they actually were, but just got some of those, and just some miscellaneous things here, and stuff like that. And then yeah, I won't be able to get all of the Indiana Jones listed or anything like that, but if I can get a couple more added to the listing, then I should be able to make a little bit of progress on that. So yeah, this is what I'll work on now. But then, of course, I look up here, and I already had ordered one of these, I think, unless it's a different mold version, I'm not sure. But then I might have already actually had it from a previous order where I probably thought the exact same thing. Yogurt time. So yeah, then since this setup here is probably a tripping hazard, and I just realized it's actually broken, interestingly, or is it broken or just loose? I'm not sure. It might be able to reconnect. I'll have to take a closer look at that. I think it's fine, possibly. Let's actually take a look. Yeah, I think that should be able to just kind of clip back in place there. I'll do it real quick. Okay, that's now fixed again. But yeah, since this here, we have to kind of like have the light here for images and stuff like that. It means that we have the leg of it going out into the middle of the hall, which can be a tripping hazard, and you walk into it and knock it over and stuff like that. And then you always have a wire going from there and stuff like that, although I'm not sure if I will be able to do anything about that. But what I am doing now is I did buy another light box. So this is light box number 4, I think, since I started selling Lego. Yeah, so it is a slightly more sturdy design than the one that is here. At least I think it's slightly more sturdy. So yeah, we are getting that, and then that should be here sometime next week. So I am going to be holding off on working on this stuff here until we get that one in, because then we can test that and stuff like that. So yeah, there is some progress on that, because then yeah, we can move the light back over there and then free up a bit more space there. But yeah, then I am going to get the orders shipped out now. Well, I first have to pull the orders because I didn't do that last night because we were cleaning the table. But yeah, it's definitely a lot nicer here with a clear table. Yeah, then I will get to work. So we are shipping out 233.14 today with these orders here. So yeah, then looking at business insurance, pretty much every single company that does the home insurance, and we're asking about business insurance, says no because apparently, yeah, USA is considered a hyper high risk country to sell to when you sell toys and stuff like that. Because apparently, lawsuits compared to pretty much any other country are just exceedingly common in America. And so basically, as soon as you sell them, that you sell toys to America, they just have no interest in that whatsoever. And yeah, so we're seeing what we can get sorted out for that. But that was only through the companies that do home insurance and also do business insurance. But now we are going to be reaching out to two separate companies, one for home insurance. However, the home insurance ones, most of them won't insure us until business is insured. So yeah, it's we're reaching out to two separate ones because we had wanted to try and get it together, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah, reaching out to a couple of different business insurance ones and hopefully get that sorted out. But apparently, it's very common for the shipping companies to just assume when you sell something to another country that you qualify under a certain thing and stuff like that. However, since we sell things like Lego, which is a item manufactured from Lego themselves, and all that fun stuff, it doesn't qualify under what they normally say and stuff like that. Like the website has disclaimers and stuff like that. And so yeah, apparently it's just a really common thing where they just always assume a certain thing. But apparently if you make enough calls and stuff like that, you'll usually end up getting someone who knows what they're talking about and then will do it. Because that's what I heard from at least one other BrickLink seller in Canada who went through a similar thing a while back. So yeah, we're just seeing if we can hopefully get this sorted out. But yeah, so making some progress on that, and yeah, I'll get back to work. So just finished with another wash, and yeah, a whole bunch of random stuff again, and a whole bunch around the drain. So overall, a success. And then all of the bricks are now drying. So yeah, this here is a 5 pound lot, and then a bucket of the stuff from what was that bulk stuff there, the one with like the dark tan plume and stuff like that. And yeah, finally got a few spinners because someone wants a couple spinners and stuff like that. So keeping them all on the side for him. And this here is, there's a hair there. But yeah, then there is two spinners here, and I actually did find one just a little bit ago here. So a few spinners, but yeah, hopefully get like 40 or 50 of them together at some point, and then send them all off. Yogurt time. Yeah, then just getting to work now, and yeah, we should be getting like all of the Lego from the $1,800 haul has now been picked up, and yeah, it'll probably be one of the first clips in the next vlog, but it's not quite here in time to make it for this vlog. But let's get this fan turned off there, because yeah, all of the Lego is now dry. So there's that. But yeah, then definitely have room for it and stuff like that. But yeah, then today I will try and get something done. Always have random things there like that. But yeah, then I will continue working on all the stuff today. But yeah, this is the end of the vlog. Thank you for watching if you got this far. I did actually manage to get two more minifigure haul videos made. Actually, no, three of them. Then my voice gave out. Because, yeah, the one thing is, I thought that even after recording a whole bunch of videos all the time, that my voice would, I'd be able to talk for longer for videos. But despite that, yeah, I still can't record more than just a couple videos without basically being unable to speak afterward. So I wasn't able to record more than the three. There's one, there was two there. No, that's the old one. The three are on that table there. There was one 5 pound and one of the things from one of these boxes here. But yeah, then good progress there. But yeah, the next little while, hopefully get a few more of those done. But yeah, the next vlog will be out next. This vlog will be out this Monday, and then, oh yeah, and then the next vlog the Monday after that.